Are you planning to buy laptop for programming? Then this video is for you. Hi guys, my name is Manjunath and in this video we are going to look at some laptops and I'm going to recommend some laptops as well as I'll teach you how to go about, meaning what's the best approach in order to buy a laptop for programming. So problem with laptop market is there are so many options available. There are so many price ranges which are available. There are so many price ranges which are like same between and across the different segments. So obviously you will get confused a lot and you might end up buying one weird laptop which doesn't give or serve your purpose. That happens a lot. But the thing is, after watching video, I hope you'll get little bit sense about how to go about whenever you are buying laptop, especially if you're a programmer, because I am a programmer, I'm a coder, so I'll be able to recommend something for somebody who is actually trying to get into coding or who wants to buy a laptop for just coding or any kind of coding related purposes. So let me just talk about it now. I like to divide the buying laptop process into 4 different segments. First segment is just starting out. In this segment, you are going to just use the laptop for browsing internet and maybe creating PPT and running some college programs like C++, Python and all. Second is web development, meaning in this you are going to actually code something for the website, meaning you might be using React for front end, you might be using some kind of back end and little bit database, and in the end you are going to build some website using this particular segment. And third is you are going to go with mobile application development. It's going to be a little bit different because there are Android apps, there are iOS apps, and there are even Windows apps, Mac OS apps, and Linux. Lots of other platform apps are also available. So I spoke about mobile, but it is for any kind of native app development for any kind of platform. But mobile is especially one of the biggest platforms, so I'll be talking and focusing more on that. And last thing is machine learning. So if you want to become a machine learning enthusiast or data science also, so then you are going to go ahead with this kind of segment. These are the 4 broad category which I make in order to recommend anybody any kind of laptop. And don't think like these categories are not overlapping. There are so many of you who are like 4 also in this. There are so many of you which you might be like just 2, maybe web developer and mobile app developer. So all these categories might be also overlapping. So that also we have to look after. So first thing, whenever you are buying a laptop is, you need to make sure it needs to have SSD. Never buy a laptop with hard disk, because hard disk is going to make sure your laptop is very slow and you have to wait in order to even open settings app, and it will show one loading screen whenever you are opening settings. If you're on Linux, then it might be little bit better experience with even with the hard disk. But in Windows, I have noticed in my friend's laptop that even the settings screen will keep on loading whenever I click on some kind of thing. So that's the important thing you need to make sure whenever you are buying any kind of laptop. For basics, it's okay if you just have like 8 GB of RAM. 8 GB of RAM is sufficient for like doing some kind of PPT work and all. If you are not able to afford 8 GB one, then you can go for 4 GB also, but experience might get little bit bad whenever like there is big PPT or even big some kind of video loading or something like that, because it's going to require more RAM, and which is not available if you're just using 4 GB RAM. Then another thing is little bit web development side. In web development side, you must have like 8 GB of RAM, because you will be working with the little bit browser windows, and there will be always Google open and readily available for you to search something. And obviously you will be running VS Code or some kind of other IDE, which is going to also take lots of RAM. So minimum 8 GB, but 16 GB is recommended, but 8 GB also is sufficient. So this is for like web development category. It's recommended you to get i5, but even i3 is fine if your focus is just for like web development. But if you are going to go ahead with like mobile application development, then 16 GB is must, and you better with picking i5 or i7. Now in mobile development, there is another category that in order to build iOS application, you need to have one Mac in order to use it. The thing with Mac is Mac is one of the best investment we can ever make as a web developers or even coders, because using Mac, our productivity is going to increase a lot because it's fast. It has lots of powerful tools which are available for coding, which are available in other platform also, but they are little bit better in Mac. That's why entire workflow is especially made for software developers like you and me. That's why I had bought Mac 4 years back, I guess, in 2018, and I can say that it literally changed my life. It was old MacBook Air. I got it for very less price, maybe like 52,000 rupees, which is like very less after discounts and all. The thing is, that laptop, it helped me literally to build one company which is web development and cloud. That's the power of Mac. Meaning, if you have it, you are going to do great things with it if you are like intended to use for that particular thing. And also, Mac is one time investment, meaning if you buy it for once, then 4 5 years it's going to work properly if you maintain it properly. Then there won't be any kind of issues and all. Like most of the time, there won't be any kind of issues and all with Mac. But if some kind of issue comes, then you have to be ready to pay one hefty price which Apple asks for. But most of the time you don't have to worry about it. It's very robust laptop made up of aluminum. So if you ever can afford it, or if your parents have money which they can provide you for your education or for even hobby, then it's better if you invest in the Mac and buy it, because whatever you can run in Windows and Linux, especially Linux, you can run it on Mac also. So there won't be any kind of problem in terms of that. As a beginner, you might find Mac is like little bit tough and it's weird interface, but actually it's not true. You'll get used to it once you start using it, and it won't have distractions like games and all. So obviously it's better for programmers like you and me who gets distracted by games a lot. At least I do. So Mac is always a best investment, and you are going to get returns of whatever you spent on Mac faster rather buying Windows laptop or some kind of low configuration laptop every year, because Mac is going to cost like 90 to 1 lakh something. It might be a very huge amount, but if you actually use it for good, you will surely get some kind of web development project, or even you will get some kind of internship or job opportunity with using that particular skills like iOS development or something like that. So Mac is always a great option. So instead of Mac, you can go ahead with like little bit better configuration laptop like 16 GB RAM or even 32 GB RAM and i5 or i7, whatever works fine for you. And at this point in time, you better have some kind of dedicated graphic card also with 4 GB or 6 GB or even 8 GB memory, depending upon your budget and whatever the situation you are in. So another category is machine learning. Usually machine learning stuff won't happen on laptop, so even 8 GB configuration laptop is fine. But if you're actually trying to do something using machine learning in your own laptop, then I would recommend you to go for a desktop only, because it's going to make things easier. Even Apple provides desktop systems, so you can go ahead with that it also, or even you can build some custom PC with the dedicated graphic card which will be used for machine learning a lot. But most of the time, if you are just programmer who is using machine learning, then you can use it in the cloud only, so you don't need any kind of configuration in your laptop. You just need to run one cloud server in some cloud platform like AWS, DigitalOcean, or Google Cloud, which will provide you one computer where you are going to run some kind of machine learning stuff. So you don't have to worry much on that segment whenever you are trying to do something with machine learning. Now let's just try to recommend laptop itself. So regarding laptop, The thing is, if you're buying laptop for like 135 or 40,000 rupees, it doesn't matter. You can go ahead with the and buy any kind of laptop if you want. If you're going little bit more than that, maybe 50,000 to 70 or 80,000 rupees, then I guess Lenovo provides better laptops. I have been using Lenovo laptops from last 3-4 months, and it's really good. I upgraded it using adding extra RAM, and you can go ahead with it if you are interested to buy in that price range. I'll put link in the description. You go ahead and see the laptop. It's good. Then if you are going with more than 80 or like 90,000 rupees, then Asus provides little bit better. Don't go for older generation of laptop. Buy latest, maybe like 2021 or even 2022-23 kinds of laptop. Don't go ahead with the 20,000 laptop which is available for huge discount in online markets like Amazon or Flipkart. So that's one recommendation I would like to give, that buy latest laptop no matter what. And if you are able to afford Mac, then obviously go ahead with buy MacBook M2 series, or even MacBook M1. If you are like tight on budget, you'll get it for like 85,000 or 80,000, something like that. So Mac also is not that much costly if you think it's not costly, because obviously 80,000 is like more investment. You can get so many better laptops in Windows, but the thing is those won't last that much. But MacBook will last for at least 5 to 6 years. It might break before that also, because mine lasted for just 4 years. Then battery started giving up. But still 4 years is one long time for one laptop to survive, because I have seen my other friends who are using Windows laptop break in those 4 years hundreds of time, and they had to go to service center. So that's all for my recommendation. I'll put all the kind of better or little bit best laptop which I think which is good for programming. You might have to see it physically and test it before buying, so that you'll get what you needed, not just one random guy which recommends any kind of laptop. But I have told you like what kind of configuration you can go ahead for whatever the segment you are in your life. But as a beginner, go ahead, buy good laptop if you are having money. But if you are not having good money, then try to get money so that you will be able to give more focus on buying better laptops. Still, if you can't buy or you can't get money, then go ahead and buy little bit less price laptop with at least SSD and 8 GB RAM available. I'll recommend some of those also. I'll try to recommend if I find it. Price keeps on changing, so I'm not sure whether the price will remain same or not. But I'll try to recommend it. So that's it for this video, guys. Don't forget to hit that like button if you like this video. Then see you in the next video. Bye bye.